My name is Sharon Groves, and I am a unit-based educator in the NICU at Akron Children's Hospital. I wanted to share with you what inspires me and what drives me to inspire others. When I was a nursing student, I had my 4 hours of observation in the NICU, and as my friends and I went into the room that day, the nurse came up to us and sternly pointed her finger at us and said, "Stand against the wall and don't touch anything." And as I stood there and I watched all of these little plastic boxes and listened to the alarms go off, I thought this was going to be a long 4 hours. But I watched as this nurse took on her role as a caregiver for these tiny babies. And as she started an IV in the smallest thing that I had ever seen, this tiny little baby, and was so capable and skilled in her task. And then as that baby's mom came in the first time to see this baby, and the nurse went over to her, and she changed from this role of being very skilled to being comforting and inviting as she put her arm around this mom, and she opened up those little plastic doors and reached that mom's hands inside, and you watched as she helped usher this mother into this new life, this motherhood. And then next to this baby was a larger baby that was on a ventilator. And that family came in and they brought in this very fluffy dress and a bow for this baby's hair. And they dressed this baby and took pictures and laughed and talked about this baby's life. And then that mom sat in the chair as the nurse took the baby off the ventilator and placed her in this mom's arms. And then she sat with them and she cried with them and she helped them usher them into this new experience, this loss and grief. And as I watched this whole scene over those 4 hours, I realized that was the type of nurse I wanted to be. I wanted to be somebody who was skilled, who knew what I needed to do to be able to care for the patients, who wanted to be comforting and inviting for a new mother, but also to be able to hold the hands of a family who were able to say goodbye and help them in that experience. This was the most inspirational thing I had ever seen, and I hope that I have been an inspiration to nurses and especially nursing students as I have gone through my career of more than 30 years in the NICU. Thank you for inviting me to share my story in the Year of the Nurse. Have a great day.